Hey everyone, Waj Gaming here, back again with another video. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a commentary video. It's been a couple of days, but hey, yeah, we're back. Hopefully you did check out the video that I done with Spatial Gum, Charizard Mosh, and Chicken Plays, where we did 4th official. So we just tried to get official with Togepi. If you haven't done that, just do check it out on Spatial Gum's channel. But today, what we're going to do is look at a sync grid guide for Selene and Decidueye. Decidueye is coming into Pokemon Masters tomorrow. So what I thought we'd do is we can look at the passives, the theme skills, the stats, and the sync grid, and see if it's any good. What I'm going to also try and do is try and compare this to Sceptile and Brendan. There are similar Pokemon. They're both grass and they're both strikers. We can see which one is better than each other, and then we can see if we're going to go for it or not. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, do smash the like button, do share the content, and let's get now to the video. So we've got here Selene Decidueye. Let's look at the passives first. So it's got Hold Hostage 5, so powers up moves when the target is restrained. I think restrained is going to be probably something similar to Trap. So it will be good to see that, because I think this is the first Pokemon that will have restraint. Hold and hit 5, so has a very good chance of charging the move gauge by 1 when the attack is successful against a restrained opponent. So probably the idea here is to probably restrain the Pokemon and then attack with Decidueye. It's got critical speed 5, so it's got a good chance of raising your speed if you land a critical hit. So again, maybe you'll need to pair this up with a Pokemon that can raise critical hit. Theme skills it's got is Grass Strike, Alolan, Main Character, and Nature Lover. So straight away I can see that I'm going to go for Grass Strike if I get this Pokemon. Probably lucky skill you want here is Critical Strike 2. If you don't get that, maybe Critical Strike 1. It does look like it's a Pokemon that will be using a lot of critical hits and will need that buff. Now looking at the stats for level 130 and 6-star EX. It's got 561 HP if it's at level 130, 6-star EX 661. If we compare that to Sceptile and Brendan, Decidueye does have more. Sceptile has 637 HP. So on terms of the HP, Decidueye will win there. Attack stats, I'm just going to look at the 6-star EX stats. It's got 381 attack, 371 special attack. This is now where Brendan comes in, and Brendan is a lot better in terms of the attack stats. I mean, he's got 416 attack, 439 special attack, so he will be a Pokemon that can probably hit a lot more harder than Decidueye. But again, we're going to see on the sync grid if it does make up for it, and if Brendan is good or if Decidueye is good, we're going to see. But in terms of attack stats, at the moment, Sceptile looks better. Defensive stats 172 and then 184 special defense. Again, Brendan and Sceptile win there. Brendan Sceptile's defensive stats is 193 and same for the special defense. So he's a lot better defensively. Speed, Decidueye is 282. 6-star EX Sceptile is 485. So nearly 200 extra speed. So in terms of stats, I think it's better for Brendan and Sceptile rather than Decidueye, but we'll see. Let's look at the moves. Let's see the sync grid as well. Okay, so this is now the move set. So it's got Spirit Shackle, so it applies the restraint effect to the target, and it only targets one opponent, and it does hit, but it's going to cost 3 move gauges. So okay, so it looks like this is the move that you're going to have to try and go for first. It's got X attack, so raises the attack stats. Then it's got Leaf Blade, which we know is a grass type move, 3 move gauge slots, and it's going to land critical hits more easily, which means you'll be able to raise your speed a lot more easier. So you will have to pair this up with someone that can probably raise attack stats quickly for you. Because you would want to put that restraint effect in first. And then it's got Stare 'em down, so sharply raises the user's defense, special defense, critical hit, and makes the user gradually heal itself. I think that is good. So at least it can heal itself. So maybe you want to use that first and then Spirit Shackle, and then you can have your supports to raise the attack and critical hit. So maybe someone that you can pair this up with will be Samurott. He can raise attack and critical hit in 2 turns, and then you can basically after 2 turns use Leaf Blade with the restraint effect in. So it looks okay at the moment. So that is the movesets. Let's now move over to the sync grid. So this is the sync grid. Let's check. If you haven't checked this out, I'll put the link in the description. It's the sync grid helper, and it's just basically what I use for any Pokemon when I use sync grids. So I already feel like I just want to get 1 copy of Decidueye. I'm not looking to get 3. It is going to be on a normal banner, so even after the event ends, it will be available in any other banner. So don't really go for it if you don't really like it, or if it's not your favorite Pokemon. Just don't go for it. If it's your favorite, go for it, but it will be on any other banner, and then you'll be able to get it at any time afterwards. So that's what I'm going to probably do, just get 1 copy at least, just so I can have a play around with it and see what it's like at 1 out of 5. But you can see at 1 out of 5 you haven't really got much other than X attack, MP refresh. You got haste, which you can use, steady aim, critical hit cannot be lowered, and then you've got all these other power-ups. So again, you haven't really got much to play with at 1 out of 5, so this is probably the grid that I'd go for at 1 out of 5, because there's nothing else in there. If you do want, you can get the move power-ups to power up your moves. There is one here for Spirit Shackle, there's 2 here, so you can probably go for this, and then that should do. Moving on now to 2 out of 5. So let's go up here, change this to 2 out of 5. We have a lot more to play with, so let's get the basic around Decidueye. So what do we have here? We have Staring Down, MP refresh 1. That's not going to be good. MP refresh 1. That's a very low chance. But what you do have, what I can see here, is inertia. So the higher your speed, the more it powers up sync moves. So maybe if you pair this up with Swano, you can quickly activate this when you are syncing. I'll definitely go for the Leaf Blade move gauge refresh. And you want to probably have haste as well, because if you're trying to use inertia, you don't want your speed to be lowered. So you can do that. It does have speedy entry 1, but again, I wouldn't really put that in. I would go for X attack, MP refresh, because at 2 out of 5 you haven't really got that much to play with. Spirit Shackle move gauge refresh. Now we do know we need to implement that into him for his moves to hit a lot harder, so you do have to go for it. Let's see how much energy we have left. We have 7 energy left. So what we could do is, let's just put it on a Leaf Blade, and we have 3 more. What else do we have? That will cost 7. You can probably go for speed. He's gonna need speed or his defenses. It's up to you, but this is what I'd go for at 2 out of 5. Again, it's very basic. Again, with any Pokemon, it's always good to just get 3 out of 5 to utilize them to the max of their ability. But this is what it is. Let's reset this and let's go to 3 out of 5, because at 3 out of 5 I think we will have a lot to play with, because there are lots of nodes here which can be activated. Looking now at the 3 out of 5 grid, we can now go around here, around Decidueye, and then I can straight away go for inertia and the sync move power up. We do have here restraining sync up 5, so powers up the sync moves when the target is restrained. So to get that, I think we're going to have to go over here to get power reserves. Hold hostage 2 powers up moves when the target is restrained. That will already be activated from his passive, so that's not something that we need. And then if we go slightly up here, I will go for the Leaf Blade move gauge refresh 2. I mean, it's only move gauge refresh 2, so you haven't really got that much of a chance to refresh it. And then I'll probably go for Cryptastrophe 2, which we've seen on Palkia. So powers up the sync move if they become critical hits. So this is the grid that I'd go for. At let's just check. Oh, we still have 3 more energy remaining. We can use this for a leaf blade power up over here. Oops, nope, that costs 4. Let's put it on some stats. Can we get another attack stat? I don't think we can. No, we can. Yes, we can. If we go this way, we can get an extra 5 in attack. So yeah, you can go for something like this at 3 out of 5 if you want to go for a sync. I think this will be much more comparable to Brendan and Sceptile. But again, I won't know until I get at 3 out of 5 to see or test, or if someone else has him, they can test him. But this is the grid that I'd go for at 3 out of 5. You do have other options in here, so if I just reset this, we can go around this Decidueye over here. We can get ramming speed, so the more the speed is powered up, it will power up moves. Then you can also go for inertia. We can go for the 2 sync nodes, and then you can also go for restraining power up, and then we can see we have 7 orbs remaining. Ooh, slightly off. What we can do is maybe take 1 sync node out and then get hold hostage 2, and then we still have 4 more left over here, and we can probably get a spirit shackle over here, or it might be better just to get some extra stats. We can get 2 special defensive stats here, so you can go something like this in terms of syncing for Decidueye. Not only is this grid going to be for syncing, but this is also then to power up moves as well, because you've got the ramming speed multiplier, and then you'll have the hold hostage 2 multiplier, and then you also got the passives that will also multiply his moves. So in terms of his normal moves, I think his normal moves may hit more harder than Sceptile, but I think in terms of syncing, maybe Sceptile will be better. But again, I don't know. It's better to see and find out. Okay, that is now the end of the video. So just to summarize, we did look at the sync grid for 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, and 3 out of 5 Decidueye. Theme skills we looked at, and then lucky skill will be recommended critical strike 1 and 2. And to pair it up with someone like Samurai, someone that can raise attack and critical hit. And then you can also have someone on the side to also buff up his speed so that he can do what he does best, which is to attack and sync. So that is the end of the video. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, do smash the like button, and I'll see you all for the next one.